Hi guys, this is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we had a fantastic question on one of our other videos. We showed you how to create a gallery with a Divi theme. And somebody asked, well, how can you change the column structure? Because the default Divi gallery module doesn't allow you to actually change the column structure initially, and it'll do its own thing on desktop, tablet, and mobile. So we've got a gallery today that we've put together, and I'll show you how to change your columns, any structure you want on any device you want. So let me take you through it. Well, here we have it. This is a regular Divi gallery, and I've thrown in about 20 odd images here, and you can hover over them, you can click on them, pop them out into a lightbox, but there's no way of actually changing the column structure on this. If we look at it on iPad and iPhone, if I hit my F12 key, here it is on an iPhone 12, and it works perfectly, but we've only got one column there, and perhaps you might want two columns or something like that. If we look at it on an iPad, let's look at it on iPad Air perhaps, we got 3 columns there, and that's actually quite nice, but perhaps you'd like 4 columns or even 2 columns or whatever the amount of columns you want. Let's get rid of this. So I'm going to turn this into something that looks like this. I've gone for magazine style here, and I've got, I think, 8 columns here. And if I flip it to iPad, I think I've got 4 on the iPad. Let's flip it to iPad. Here we are on iPad. I've got, 4 columns on an iPad. And let's have a look on my iPhone. I think I put 2 on the iPhone. But like I say, the column structure is entirely up to you. Yeah, we got 2 on the iPhone there. Great, well, let's get started, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to enable my Visual Builder. And here we have it. This is a regular gallery module. I've thrown 24 images in there. And element-wise, I've just told it not to show title and caption. I don't particularly want that on mine, especially as I'm going to have it sort of magazine-style butted up against each other. But if you want to show those are up. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so how do we go about changing the columns on this thing? And it's really easy. If we go over to the advanced, we're going to use a bit of custom CSS to do this today. And don't let that put you off. It's really easy. If I click on this, now the Divi theme has made it really easy to add CSS. It's got special places for you to put it in, unlike a lot of other themes where you have to put it in the additional CSS panel. They recently added another tab too, called Freeform CSS, where you can do complex CSS. And I love to code, and it's a great thing to do. A lot of people are afraid of CSS. Don't be. You can't wreck your site with CSS. If you do something and it messes something up, delete it. It'll go back to how it was. Really easy to use. So I'll show you exactly where to put this code. Here we are in the Custom CSS tab. Here's the little freeform tab I mentioned earlier for complex CSS. But if we go over to module elements here, we can roll down. They've got a specific little box for gallery items, and here it is right here. And these are our gallery items. So if you want to split this into, well, say 8 like I did before, you've got to divide 100% by 8, which by my mathematics is 12.5. So in the gallery items, I'm going to write width, colon, 12.5%, and it's shrunk it up a little bit, but we've got to overwrite the initial style. So I'm going to say exclamation mark, important. That's just going to make sure it forces the issue for us. But that hasn't given us the column structure that I was looking for there. So let's put a semicolon here. Always put a semicolon after each line of code, otherwise it will not read the next line. So we want to clear any float. So I'm just going to type clear, colon, and the word none. That's more like it. It's sort of shaping up a bit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's still not looking quite like I want it. So let's take any margins away. I think that'll do it. In fact, I know that's going to do it. So let's Put another little colon there. I'm going to say margin 0. And there we have it. That's grabbed them all and made them into column of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just exactly what we wanted there. But if you wanted to have your title underneath or something like that, you could add margin bottom to each of these. Let's put a little colon there. Dash bottom, 20 pixels. And it'll give it a bit of a gap there. Now, if you want to actually have space between them all, like we did with that original one, we can do that. Let's get rid of this margin bottom. I just wanted to show you that in case you had your titles in there. Instead of margin 0, we can say margin 5 pixels or however big you want it, but we've got to take that into account with the width. So for instance, if I put 5 pixels in here, it works, but we've no longer got 8 columns. We've got 7, and it's thrown 2 off down here. That's fine, but we can readjust it by taking that width down just a little bit, because we've got 8 times 5 pixels. Well, actually, it's probably 8 times 10 pixels round. So if we take that down to perhaps 10.5%, let's see what happens there. It's pretty close. And just adjust it till it's right for what you want. You can probably take that up a little bit. What if we do 11? Yeah, that's almost there. Like I say, adjust it until it fits for you. But I actually didn't want any margin in there, so I'm doing my magazine style. So I'm going to say 12.5. I'm going to put that margin back to 0. Now for me, I'd like to have this full width. I don't know if you like yours full width, but that's very easy to do. No coding involved there. Let's just save our changes on here. And I'll show you how to adjust it on tablet and mobile also. Let's make this row full width so we can see what's going on a bit better. Green tab for the row. Anytime you want to make a row full width, go to design, sizing, width-wise, take it up with 100%, copy the 100%, Control C, and paste it down below in the max width, Control V, or you can just type it in there. Just make sure you put the percent in so it's not a pixel value. And we got a full width gallery there, and to me that looks really nice. Okay, to change these on tablet and mobile, really easy. We'll go into the gallery module again. Back over to where we were, Advanced. You always find Custom CSS over in Advanced. Back over to the module elements. Back down to our little gallery item. And as I mentioned earlier, we don't have to do this with media queries over in the additional CSS. We can do it all right here. Because common to all Divi modules, if you hover over the dark writing within a module, you'll see some little icons appear. Let's go to our gallery item. Click on the little mobile phone type icon. And we're going to copy this. I'm going to go to tablet view. And we've still got 8 there. I mean, that actually looks pretty good. But say you want to change it to 4 or 3 or whatever it is you want on yours, or 6. Divide 100 by whatever number it is. I'm going to go for 4, which would be 25. Let's just paste this code back here while we're in the tablet mode. I'm going to change that to 25%. That's given us 4 columns there. If you wanted 3 columns, it would be 33.3, I think. You've got 3 columns, and I'm sure you get the idea. And if we go to mobile, of course, again, we've got the 3 because it's inheriting it from our tablet there. And again, that doesn't look too bad for me, but say you wanted 2. You know exactly what to do. We'll paste the code in there. And we'll change it to 50%, which would be 2. And we've got 2 columns there. And again, if you wanted some space in between and around those things, let's take it to maybe 44. And let's put 2% margin in there or something like that. And we can up it until it looks right. I think 1 more might do it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So if you want space in there, just do that. And I know I used a pixel value before. I think it'll probably work better with a percentage value right here. But again, I like the 0. I'm going to change that back to 50 so they're touching. And let's just check it on the front end, make sure it's all going to work. So I'm going to save my changes here. I will put this code down below the video, but as I mentioned before, it's a great idea to write CSS code and just get used to it. You will find your editing skills go up phenomenally if you do that. So like I say, let's save this. Save our page changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. There it is on desktop. Looks fine to me. We could have adjusted that little overlay there, but wasn't doing any styling today. Let's have a look on tablet and mobile. I hit my F12 key. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm hitting my F12 key. I'm using Google Chrome here with the inspector tools, but most browsers have this nowadays. There it is on a mobile phone. And let's have a look on an iPad. There it is on an iPad with our 3 columns. And that's really good looking. And like I say, for any device, you can change it however you want. You really can. Just makes it a little bit easier. A little bit of simple CSS. And like I say, your editing skills go up to the next level. So there you have it, guys. There's how to create different columns for your Divi gallery and adjust them for the devices that you need to adjust them for. Really great question. I hope you enjoyed this today. If you enjoyed Simple CSS, take a look at our Simple CSS playlist. It'll pop up any moment now, just over there. And don't forget, if you have any questions, drop them down below the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and comment. It's always great hearing from you. And please subscribe to our channel. Everything helps us to keep this channel going. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.